versus Team Spirit. Game number 1 of this 2-game series here at DreamLeague. Sunsman here with Cinderin. And we got some interesting picks, Cinderman. The Zeus has become the hero of the day, it feels like. Collapse is playing the offlane Kunkka, and XM is actually literally rolling a turd, by the way.
Yeah.
If you realize that is the taunt. That is now the best taunt in the game.
Great metaphor for playing pub games.
Very true, yes.
But not the case here. He has a pretty great team, if I may say so. So, we were talking about this going into this game, that you hate OD and I really like it. And we weren't talking about, you know, just in this game or whatever, just as a concept.
Yes.
I find this hero really entertaining to watch and to play.
God, okay. Just stop right there.
So I wanted to put a little asterisk on this hero as well, which is XM is probably the best Viper player in the world, right? Okay. And a really big part of playing Viper is orb attack, manipulating your lane, just pressuring your opponent without getting aggro with poison attack.
Oh my God.
OD does the same thing. He's going to be playing against Zeus, though, but at the time it looked like he might be playing against Kunkka, which is possibly a reason they picked this hero, that he was expecting to just run over that lane.
For the rest of this game, we're no longer friends. You know how much I hate that ancient mechanic that's still in the game for literally no reason.
Or blocking?
Or blocking. And it's not. It's the funny thing is I didn't even have a problem with that on this hero because it's not as potent, I would say, as like the poison attack that you were talking about, the Viper. But more Astral Imprisonment is got to be the most annoying spell in the game. I think I finally met the one person that enjoys watching this hero. So congratulations, Cinderin.
It's all just so satisfying. It's got an amazing sound. It does 1 billion damage.
Yeah, the ult's fine. I don't have a problem with the ult.
Very cool.
It's Astral Imprisonment. Astral Imprisonment.
There you go. Nice deny.
Wow.
Laurel
very cool gameplay. You're right.
Laurel, why didn't you just deny that creep?
Maybe once he gets Manta, he won't have to worry about that anymore.
But yeah, it is going to be the talk of this game because this is the most uncharacteristic pick of the draft, I would say. The OD for XM. Very aggressive here from Laurel jumping in.
Yes.
We'll have to yield in a minute. So keep in mind, Astral obviously nowadays is a mana capacity steal. So if you get a couple of these off on the Zeus in the mid lane, he won't be able to fight back that much before he runs out of mana. He will get it back eventually, but especially when OD hits level 3 and level 5, this could become tricky for Laurel. And obviously you're always at the mercy of losing some creeps to denies when you just get banished out.
Yeah, it's really interactive gameplay, you're right. I can see why you like
picked
so much.
Zeus into it, so they must feel like this is... I think this is one of the best int heroes against OD and mid because of the range advantage you have on your spell. But as soon as you run out of mana, obviously that's going to be a big problem, which has happened now.
Yeah, very cool.
Curious to see.
Can we go to another lane, please?
Yes,
I can't stand
let's
looking
do
at this
that.
hero anymore,
So,
for God's sake.
Primal Beast, top lane. Unlucky guys, you checked the wrong one, but...
50-50.
Primal is I would say, one of the biggest heroes of the previous patch, but hasn't been getting so much love this tournament so far.
Oh, someone is getting love, and that's CM with a lot of damage applied.
Missing.
Concoction from Ame. Force Collapse back, actually doing a considerable amount of damage.
That would have been a kill if that torrent landed, so nice sidestep there. Coming out from DY.
Jin Q, what do you think of the Mirana pick? You got Astral into Arrow, you got Pulverize into Arrow, you got Frostbite into Arrow, Concoction into Arrow. Every hero has a theoretical setup.
Yep. That's feels way better playing Mirana when you have multiple setups because it means when you move around the map you always have a friend to play with. Yep. At the time they picked it, they didn't have that though, right? They only had the Crystal Maiden. So either they were already planning that this was going to be an approach against Team Spirit, that you wanted to have Jinkyu on a mobile ganking type hero, or they see some additional value in this against Spirit's playstyle where maybe Moonlight Shadow is very valuable, because we aren't really seeing any teams picking this. Like, I actually think this is rarer than the Primal Beast nowadays, except maybe Falcons are running it on snaking, perhaps, but... Xtreme will bring it out in this one. Be curious to see. Oh, nice combo there.
Telekinesis into Torrent. Ame taking heavy damage. Will have to tango away and hide under the tower now. Meanwhile, XXS using his trample pretty early. Has the onslaught to get away as the tombstone is placed. Jin Q is going to try to clean that up. And actually, it's a lot of gold for XXS now. So Maposhka giving up quite a bit here, but trying to
he might even die.
Lane.
Oh, that
onslaught is there.
Not a combo, but
it is not, but he will likely die. The Soul Rip comes through. All right, he's done so.
Yeah, that's pretty much the dream when you pull the wave against Undying. Undying's biggest weakness as a lane dominator is when the lane isn't played normally. So as soon as you separate him from his lane partner and he needs to chase you down to stop you denying a wave behind tower. That's where you could be vulnerable in that 1v2. And they do find that kill. Of course, Yotaro is just totally free in the meantime, right? There's the reason they're pulling out of necessity because this lane matchup is very bad for the Primal. Troll plus Undying is just stupidly hard to lane into, so you kind of have to just keep doing this, which XXS is doing. Gotta cut the wave, run it away, and Yotaro as a result will be 23 and 11 against the 13 and 1.
Okay, well tell me, what do you think about Troll in this game on paper as a hero?
I think the OD matchup is really bad for him, so that is a concern. And I think Primal is actually one of the better offlaners against Troll as well, because Pulverize can pierce anything. He is, however, playing against Rubik, which is a very good matchup into Primal. So it becomes this little bit of a game of, you know, rock, paper, scissors almost, where the heroes counter each other across the board. I've definitely seen better Troll matchups than this, but I think it's still stable, and at the end of the day, most importantly for Troll getting a good lane.
making a rotation mid, gets the Tombstone down. Laurel using up all his mana. There's the Astral. Save him temporarily. Jin Q with a Starstorm, but that tickles just a little bit. Actually hits the arrow as well, but XM does eventually fall, so good rotation from Miposhka.
That's such an unexpected gank too, right? Like you really don't think Undying is going to gank Zeus's lane. Just listen to how stupid that sounds.
Yeah.
But it works. If you have the right conditions and you see the play, you go for it. That's just world class there from Miposhka finding that opening. Coming in right at the time that Astral was on cooldown into a lane that they were definitely not expecting that gank in. A very high value play. Lane's going great right now for Spirit.
Absolutely. Top 3 CS in the game. Ame, if they can get this kill, Spirit will be very happy. X into the Torrent. Telekinesis as well. Ame trying to get something out of this. He won't find anything other than a trip back to the fountain. So Spirit, very aggressive early game. There's the Astral again, but the rune is top. It's a shield rune right now.
Yeah.
XM looks like he's just going to be able to walk and grab that for himself. Is losing the mid lane just slightly. Obviously, that death setting him back a bit.
You should keep in mind as well that Zeus got a fast level 6, so this is going to be primarily impactful, I would say, against the Alchemist's lane. Because as we've seen, they can get him down to low or just barely kill him, but with the Zeus ult as an X factor, that shouldn't be too difficult. Going the other way currently, though.
Collapse. Taking heavy damage now on the return. And Ame and company able to take him out. Some retribution for Ame and company. Much needed kill for them because, well, I guess Alchemist is a hero that can farm away at any point. I'm not sure how much you can shut down that hero in the end. And Laurel is here with the Thunderbolt. Uproar's popped. Ooh, not quite enough damage with the ult. My goodness.
I think if he ultied instantly, he would have had him, but he might not have had the mana pool at the time. Yeah, because he had lost 108 from the Astral. Odie is such a great hero. Lovely. So...
Making a great case for yourself. Odie fan club solo member.
The
Hold your horses, Cinderman. Frostbite on Miposhka. Arrow not going to hit.
That missed? That looked like it was going to be a hit, actually.
Did not look close to me. Use your eyes.
Yep, they still haven't fixed the hitboxes in CS2 as it looks.
Yeah, that's another story. Sub-tick system not working out so well. DY trying to get on the run here. Telekinesis back. Big Starstorm to come from Jin Q, who's flanking. Concoction as well. Miposhka will go down to a pitiful right click from DY, and Mira will follow suit from Jin Q.
Jin Q's level 6, minute 8. This is similar to what we just saw from Celery in the previous game on the Crystal Maiden. And as much as we've talked about Spirit doing well in lanes, the thing to keep in mind is Jin Q has had a lot of farm. He has 25 CS on the farm Mirana. He's just been arrowing away and finding farm while the Primal Beast has been cutting waves. So they're finding the maximum efficiency out of this, which effectively really puts the top lane as a draw in terms of net worth.
Oh,
Primal is 1,000 behind the Troll, but Mirana's 1,000 ahead of the Undying. So they kind of broke even in a very bad lane matchup by playing greedy.
Do you think they
and they're converting
can get enough out of this lead with the Mirana farm? Like, is it going to have as much of an impact?
I think if he buys utility items for the team, this can be really impactful. I love that he's going mech. I think it's the perfect item for this game. You want to try to offset the early damage from Zeus and Kunkka. There's going to be a lot of AoE damage in the fight. Could even see him building... Could we see him build pipe after the mech? Maybe? I wouldn't hate it, at least. But otherwise, maybe something like a solo crest for the OD is really, really good. Plenty of Plenty of utility items.
XXS finally shows top. He's going to be greeted by both Yotoro, Miposhka, and Mira.
Yep. Has a feeling it's coming too.
Close
So
to range, but the Fog of War is there, and there's the path that we still haven't named, and he gets away.
That was a very good escape there. Across the bridge.
Unnamed path.
So that's quite a bit of time wasted for Spirit there. 3-man rotation doesn't really bear any fruit. He had the right read that Mira was coming from the southeast, so he cut off to the left. And he's straight back to farming in the jungle. This is very... You know, the Achilles heel for the Chinese region for, I would say, a long time at the top level has been laning stage, right? They had plenty of games against especially a team like Gaming Gladiators where they just never get to play the game. I feel like this region has improved a lot in terms of laning over the last few months. And this is another great case of it. Just solving problems, right? Very well.
More aggression from Spirit. Tombstone is down. Try to
nice sidestep.
Stop this little aggression play from Xtreme as
wait, he's soloed
guys. Okay. Astral Imprisonment. Jin Q is there as well.
Oh, this
trying to finish off Mira, and the Sanity's Eclipse was needed to get the kill.
So
very satisfying indeed. DY. I think the boat's a little bit more satisfying for my taste, but it's a 1 for 2. I don't know how the troll died.
That is such a huge kill. He doesn't have ult, so maybe XXS just caught him in a weak moment and ran him down. Yeah, definitely not one I saw coming there. And that basically solves XXS's entire game. He's ahead of Troll now with that one kill.
That's pretty crazy.
That is huge for him. So the only core on the side of Xtreme that isn't doing too hot is, ironically, the OD, which is, of course, an amazing hero, but anything... The Undying gank probably set him back quite a bit. XXS, it feels like he's just farming every jungle camp when he can. Literally just running around with his soul ring, just farming woods.
Yep, he finds Mira. Not going to be able to find the connection, though. Poshka's going to show
he's in
himself
trouble
as
now.
well. Yeah, X is there. XM, tried to get us off the Astral, but we'll focus on the tower for now. Pulverize instantly canceled. XXS is still very, very healthy and thick and juicy.
I was expecting a potential connection there from one of the cores on Spirit, but I guess they weren't ready. Zeus didn't have the mana yet. He was in Fountain, and Troll probably didn't have TP and also doesn't want to be here, so XXS deceptively safe there against 3 heroes between the towers. That's one thing, I don't know how much the panel touched upon this. In terms of damage, Spirit's lineup's actually a little bit lackluster, right? It's the Zeus that has to do the major output currently.
Yeah, they're going to try to go on XXS again. Mass TP's coming in. They do burst him down in time. Question is, can they get away? Ame, Concoction procced. Will hit Mira, taking considerable damage, but looks like he's going to be able to walk away. The Moonlight Shadow giving them the cover to exit now, as it looks like Spirit are the ones that want to potentially re-aggress. Collapse showing himself. No boat at the moment.
Yeah, Ame's trying to walk in and spawn zombies to farm gold here. He actually is.
That is real. That's the old Weehaw move.
He is getting filthy rich off this tombstone.
That's nice.
Okay, he's missing a lot of the attacks because he can't click the zombies.
Yeah, that's understandable. They're very tiny.
Hitbox and CS2 still the best.
We're not using the sub-tick system. Really flawless. And we'll concoct to help him farm this. So Radiant's almost there. This will give it to him for sure.
That move from Spirit is actually quite crucial because they get Rubik his level 6. I was talking about the damage issues. When you're playing Kunkka offlane, Rubik 4 and Undying 5, a lot of the time, many of the kills you find in the game is offlaner plus support, but the problem is the supports for Kunkka don't deal that much damage until Rubik gets a good spell steal. So now that that's available, it opens up the map in a different way where he can connect with a spell like this one plus Zeus ult, and suddenly the Kunkka becomes a killer now because he can't do it himself. So that was very, very good for them. Probably going to see a smoke play sometime soon. He is edging over toward the Kunkka here with a smoke in his backpack. Let's see if that is the plan here. Also meeting Miposhka, who now finds his 6, and it's 13. Quite late on that Undying ult. Hasn't been the best game for the support duo of Spirit, this one.
Yep, Phylactery there for Laurel. A little bit slower than average, apparently, but you expect this to just be the regular handsy lightning hands boys? Because Phylactery you could go either way, right?
Yeah, I think... I'm trying to think about... I think what Brian said is quite important here. I think the Manta is going to play a key role in this type of game that this is, so I wouldn't mind seeing it here. But I suppose a bit of a concern is if you do play right-click Zeus, you and Troll are fulfilling a... You're not the same hero by any means. You're obviously going to play the fight differently, but perhaps solving two heroes at the same time with itemization gets a little bit easier if it's the right-click version. Because if Zeus doesn't play from high range, suddenly some of the catch items, like let's say OD buys a dagger, right? Then it's not only good for saving against Troll ult and for shutting Troll down, suddenly you have a catch against the Zeus who will be in range to get caught a lot more if he needs to attack with his hero and with his illusions. He looks like a Kaya... That was a Kaya Sange queued up, right? Because if that is, he's probably not going the right-click build. You always go the Kaya Yasha. So I think this is Kaya Sange into Ags, probably.
Okay. We got to see some Nimbus action today, huh?
Nimbus is very good with Torrent Storm.
Yeah, that's true. So then we'll see like the eventual refresher and whatnot then.
Possibly,
so lots
if we get
and
that
lots
far.
of team fight.
Yeah. And I think at the current state of the game, like this 3k lead, I think Spirit are pretty comfortable. Alchemist is obviously very rich, but the next 3 cores are on the side of Spirit. And it's not an obvious game where Alk is going to run over the Dire lineup when you see it, right? Troll can fight back, Tombstone's very annoying, Kunkka is good against Alk, I would say.
Yeah, they did buy a Blink, though, on Ame, so see if he wants to connect with his team here relatively shortly.
Yep.
Is opting to go for Manta, so more of the... I don't know if this is coming back, but more of the older school type of build for the Alk. Radiance Manta, push out waves, the classic. Then you go Octarine or something to that effect.
Now, you might say that you hate OD and don't think it's a particularly fun hero.
Yeah.
You get to choose now. Would you rather have OD in every game or Radiance Manta on a hero in every game?
That's a stupid question. XXS?
So much. You didn't
will
want to
be
answer
spotted.
it, which means you would rather have OD.
It's a stupid question. They didn't have range for the X.
Do you remember that major where OG just had Radiance Manta on, was it No Tail?
You're asking about an itemization choice that every hero goes for versus one hero. It's not even a fair question. Oh, wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting the Radiance on Collapse.
Yeah, just wait until he buys Manta. You'll be bored already.
He's going Radiance into Torrent Storm. Perfect synergy, of course.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that item.
It's going to be able to keep up the farm nicely. In theory, Radiance on Kunkka is quite interesting, right? You throw out the boat, you're naturally tanky, you have the evasion and the blind, and you just run in and deal damage during your Torrent Storm. It can be very good. The downside to this is that it delays certain other items, such as the Torrent Storm, which if you go for the Blade Mail build, for example, on Kunkka, you get it way earlier. But with this, his farming pace stays more consistent throughout the game.
I have a theory about that, as we might have to hold the horses here. No, Amai's going to be able to run away. Yeah. So, Radiance was just buffed to be 20% evasion, which is, it's been a long time since it's been that high.
Yeah.
So, OD and Alk are not going to like that, neither of which want to buy anything like an MKV.
That's true. Yep.
So,
but Alk does like buying Bloodthorn.
Yes, that is true.
I guess Kunkka will likely buy BKB after his Torrent Storm regardless here. There's just too many stuns and too much random garbage. So, at that point he will be able to offset the Bloodthorn at least for that period of time. Deny on the tower from Ame here. Quite calm here, but now Spirit are finally looking for something. They won't.
Torrent not going to hit. DY with a freezing field. Oh, gets canceled relatively early, but did a decent amount of damage. And yeah, we'll see if Mira can take good use of that. As DY falls, Ame still X'd, looking to fight. Looking to kill the Tombstone at the very least. Not going to farm the zombies this time. He gets torrented up. XM with the Sanity's Eclipse onto several heroes. Might have to back away though. Arrow not going to hit anybody. XXX comes in with the ult. He's going to be able to destroy Yatoro. Maposhka though is the trade. Ame ends up dropping though, and now you can see XXS just doing so much work on the backline as Laurel is also destroying so many heroes dead, and it ends up being a team wipe in favor of Xtreme Gaming. And the hero that was up front and personal, the XXS Primal Beast, very healthy.
The #1 most crucial thing, I'm sure we'll get a replay of this here. Yatoro did not get ult off. That's the end of the fight right there. So they almost kill Ame here in a burst. I think he was very surprised how much damage he took here, but that Astral will delay things. And Yatoro's in this awkward spot here. Sick arrow dodge, by the way, but still gets concoct stun and then, yeah, I think it was that, into a pulverize, and Mira wasn't able to steal and turn it around fast enough. If Troll ultis here, I think they win the fight handily, but nice catch there. Clutch fight from XXS. Very well done.
He has a very wide stance with his keyboard and mouse.
He's a role-playing primal beast. He's got like that, you know, what's that walk called that gym bros have where they're like got like really big shoulders because they have so big lats they can't put their arms back?
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah.
I know the gut walk.
Jenkins!
There you go.
All right.
Sure, he'll be here any minute. 7K lead for Xtreme. That fight certainly helping out a decent amount. But still, Yotaro is on top. We haven't really felt the impact of him quite yet. He was solo killed off camera because it was so unexpected, and this time didn't get off his ult. But I mean, once he gets a BKB, that's when it's going to be extremely hard to take him out before the ult comes out.
Yeah, because even if you do pulverize him during BKB, they don't have the most single target damage, right? Like, OD isn't going to hit hard into BKB. Alk has Radiance Manta. He doesn't have single target damage. So, yeah, that BKB should be a real game changer here for Yotaro. The question is if it's going to be a little bit too little too late, because the lead is starting to be meaningful here.
It is, but they want to get really aggressive on the Ame. Oh, the frostbite into Arrow. The boat is coming with the buff for Yotaro, but the pulverize was there, and the BKB's activated galore.
This is real bad for Spirit. I think one of the more questionable plays that they've made all tournament so far, just
the bait and switch.
Yeah, it's... I don't really know what they were hoping was going to happen. They're going on an Alk. The enemy team is missing. They can just banish him and turn it around on you. Your Troll can't stand his ground afterwards because there's no BKB. I think it's awkward because you maybe don't feel so good about just going to the jungle to farm the BKB, but I think the alternative is even worse. Just forcing fights is not going to work against this Radiant lineup. You just probably also lose this now because you were all the way in the top side. Troll respawning in 10. You don't have the tier 1. So your point of connection is quite far away. They will scan. OD is very good at this, by the way. Great hero at killing Roche.
Yep, they keep changing that back and forth and back and forth. It used to be great, used to be terrible. Now it works again.
Yeah. Looks like they want to put this Aegis onto Ame.
Okay.
Wouldn't mind seeing it on the OD.
Yeah, same.
Okay, they changed it.
I mean, yeah, Alk is basically a transformation hero for all intents and purposes.
And it's also OD can save you, right? So now the one hero who cannot, you know, you can't save yourself without Ags. Now you have that second life. So now nobody is an easy kill for Team Spirit. Troll is... Okay, he ultied the Tormentor. I was like, why is he so low? All right.
Oh, we got grab ally from Aposhka.
That is very good against Pulverize if you're clutch.
It certainly is, but then it gets awkward because if you've already popped BKB and he's pulverizing, do you just wait it out or do you cast the Tombstone? You know what I mean? Like it's... The fact that Pulverize goes through is pretty big deal. They do find the arrow connection. And Mira gets taken out as well, so 2 support kills drop very quickly as Xtreme looking to try to take this game number 1.
They're taking them to school right now. Absolutely just running them over on the map. Hasn't really been any good move happening for Spirit for the last, I want to say, almost 10 minutes. They're just getting outplayed in every single exchange. Now, the Solar Crest that we talked about will be finished on the Crystal Maiden, so we can put that either on the Alk or the OD. OD has the full Pike, so massive attack damage and distance to be gained from the Troll. I think Spirit are in a bit of a pickle lineup-wise here, where even if this game was closer, I still struggle to see how they string together a fight because of the amazing counter-initiation tools that Xtreme have. They can effectively just offer up the Alchemist at any given time, and if Spirit try to go on him, they banish him and just turn the fight around. XXS has been on fire this game with the Primal. They will have Water Park now. Maybe that could be a game changer.
I don't think they can fight without BKB, though, for Yotaro.
I don't think so either. I think you have to absolutely dodge until this as the bare minimum.
He's just waiting for these Ancients to respawn.
Oh, he might get spotted.
Yep,
he is so
dead. In the cover of Moonlight Shadow. Pulverize is there. Yotaro doesn't even get off. I mean, that's just rough, man. That is really rough. So the BKB, and the good news is he spent most of his money.
Yeah.
They didn't really lose that much. As another Tormentor, this time for Xtreme, will be taken.
That'll be...
Oh, the Crystal Clone.
Absolute Zero. Isn't that the name of the character in Mortal Kombat that has that?
What?
Isn't that where it's from?
Sub-Zero?
Sub-Zero, there you go. Close enough. Absolute Zero sounds cooler.
That's more describing
Literally.
your brain.
Collapse.
Yep, X. Gets off the concoction, actually disrupts the entire combo. Ame dodging the torrents like his life depends on it, but it really doesn't. XXS put on the cliff. Doesn't have his onslaught to get away, and the Blink Dagger on cooldown for 8 seconds, so Spirit will likely get out with everyone. But they don't really gain anything either.
Well, they forced the rotation and bought Yatoro space. It's something. In the grand scheme of things, comparing this to the previous 10 minutes, that might have been their most successful move. No kill, but space.
And
I'm really impressed with XXS's farm, by the way. Him being second in net worth in this game with the amount of team fights he's also... the amount of impact he's found, he's been super efficient.
Yep.
210 CS after what was supposed to be a bad laning stage matchup. He is just absolutely maximizing the crap out of this game.
talk to me about the Ags for Primal.
Ton of damage.
Does it break anything? Like Arcane Supremacy, technically?
It breaks Troll's passive, right?
Yeah.
But I honestly don't think the break is even a consideration here. He just wants it for the massive damage and
interesting.
output when he goes in. It is a really good item in general. Maybe, do you break Lightning Hands? But he's not buying that, right? He does have it. I think that's not breakable. It's a toggle.
Yeah, we're going to see a Pulverize initiation. Ame's here to help clean the job up. Mira's done.
Collapse and the crap away here. He toggled off his Radiant. Will escape. Barely.
I'm going to say it does not break the Lightning Hands.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. XM.
Yep.
That's...
Astral and... Oh, Arrow. Not even close. XM. He's going to get some backup now in the form of Ame and company. They're jumping in real deep. Maposhka forced to use his Flesh Golem, but just a couple right clicks will be enough. But a lot of damage on the OD. Remember, he does have that Aegis, so XM not really caring too much about it. Will Astral himself for the time being. Now that his teammates have caught up. Jin Q and company. Big Standy's Eclipse onto two heroes. Continuing to kite Yatoro's Troll Warlord as Collapse gets taken out. Yatoro with an early battle trance, and now he has uncontrollable rage. Gonna get pulverized inside. Will attempt to run away with that BKB still active, but the Astral Imprisonment just in time. Arrow will be dodged, but they have enough damage to take him out again. And this is looking out of reach for Spirit.
This is just flat out not even remotely close. It's... They weren't even close to winning that fight either. It's not just that they're far behind, but what's the lowest they got a hero? Like, XM was kind of low, but he has Aegis, so they weren't even close to getting a kill. And
oh, they actually... So I didn't even realize that the grab ally stunned him in the end.
Oh.
Just to add insult to injury there.
Yeah.
But yeah, not close. It just feels like... Yatoro just... A couple too many deaths in the laning stage. And now he's just too far behind.
I love a little detail there from XXS, by the way. He didn't immediately BKB pulverize the troll. He walked away a little bit first to prevent Rubik from stealing it. And then he went for the pulverize when Rubik was controlled by XM. So very good awareness of the one potential counterplay Spirit might have had there. I don't think it would have mattered, but it still shows a good understanding of the dynamic of that team fight.
Double damage.
Double damage? Wow.
Yeah, they're going to have to re-record all of those.
No, see, if you go with my suggestion, just damage it, you just cut half the audio and it's fine. Some of it might sound weird.
Some of the intonations going to sound so weird.
It's like,
damage, Rune.
Yeah, that's fine. Better than having to rehire everybody.
That's fair.
Poshka spotted out. Wow.
Okay. Well,
wow.
Well, he does hit pretty hard with that amplify damage rune.
That's true. That's one of the better heroes to get it on now. Yeah. Spell damage applied as well. XM making the OD look very fun and just kidding. That's not possible. Let's be real. Only a sick mind like Cinderin would say something like that and actually mean it. Filth.
Oh, Shivas. Where have you been all this time?
Is that the... That's one of the few Shiva's purchases.
I don't think we had a Shiva yesterday in our games. Or today.
No, we
Did we have one?
I think we had one.
Okay.
I don't remember who it was, but I remember saying Shivas. So
Maybe you said they didn't buy Shivas.
I remember seeing the Shivas active.
Oh.
Very distinctive. An Arctic blast, very refreshing, you know?
Yotaro's in trouble.
Oh.
Did he not see him? I did.
Okay, on the pursuit.
This is... Oh, if he goes for...
Blind arrow? No.
Guess they're wrong.
Good effort from Jinkyu.
No, he
And
was
Xtreme Gaming,
looking for him.
in the last tournament, which I just cast, BetBoom Dacha Dubai, they were really good. I think they were top of the groups.
Yep.
And then straight into the playoff bracket, they lose upper bracket, they lose lower bracket. Just straight up. So I'm not sure what happened in those games, but they're looking good so far in this tournament. If they win this game, it'll be
Shopify
4-1.
Rebellion special from 2023.
Yeah, that's true.
Top tower has fallen.
I'm sure there's been other teams that have held that title, of course.
Did they win a game in the playoffs, or did it just get 2-0'd both times?
Don't remember.
Okay.
It wasn't good, though. Let's just say it was 2-0s and be done with it. Oh, Aghanim Scepter being built next for Ame. Who is his choice? So Primal already has his. Of course, you could just refund it, but doubtful. OD is probably the choice with the Eon Disc type Ags, if you want to call it that. Basically an Aegis.
Scanning.
Yeah, I think so. Just give it to OD. Protect him even further from the Kunkka combo. It's the only real way Spirit are going to kill XM is with some sort of perfect Torrent, Storm, and Troll ult. But if he has Ags, he won't even die to that.
All right, you're a big fan of these spells that everyone hates. What do you think of the OD Ags? Where do you fall in line with that one?
It's not a spell.
Yotaro. He's dead.
Yeah.
Gets off his ult. We'll delay.
Okay, giving
The
OD some
inevitable.
mana here.
Oh, big
that's a
fight
good
though. They
find.
get Ame. That's a really big pickoff for Spirit.
Shit, he gave 2k gold.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate,
What?
absolutely. I mean, look how much he's up
Oh my
in the net worth.
God. Yeah, that's something. Caught him off guard there. No protection nearby. They were all looking for Yotaro. If they hadn't killed him there, they would have probably lost the lane of barracks, actually.
Bottom tower is
So
under
important for Spirit to find the trade there.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the very important discussion.
What do I think about OD Ags?
OD Ags, are you a fan of the implementation?
Not in particular.
Oh, interesting. You usually like things that are not fun. So why would you not like this one?
What's your favorite hero?
Centaur.
What's your second most favorite hero?
Centaur.
Pangolier.
Well, Pango's up there, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually...
No, I wouldn't say he's top. I'd say Pudge is up there.
Oh, that's also fun. Actually, maybe you do like fun, but you just don't like winning. But that's something else. Naposhka.
Goodbye.
They kind of let... Okay, they were actually potentially looking for collapse here with UI, but...
Oh, there's
Didn't
a
quite
free
think.
Tormy to take for Xtreme if they want it, once they go up that lane. Mira not quite done with his Force Staff. And Yotaro, the Mjolnir,
Curing
is just so far away from everything.
Yeah, so he's going to finish the Mjolnir, and then he's planning a Linken's here. I guess needs the protection against Pulverize, but
Yeah.
having to go through hoops here to just play his hero goes to show that
That's Troll Warlord in a nutshell.
that
though.
is Trollord's weakness in some lineups, and I really, again, think... I mean, as much as we've been memeing on it, I think this OD pick in this game was really good. I actually think XM has had
I never said it wasn't.
massive impact.
I'm talking about the hero itself.
I know.
Be clear.
I know, but, you know, people are going to take things out of context. You probably said OD is shit or something, and then you just meant you don't think it's fun, not that it's a bad hero in the game. Just covering you, protecting you from
You're very nice.
online scrutiny.
Yep, you know me, really can't handle the online scrutiny.
I know you.
Heart of Tarask now picked up for XXS, so he is even more girthy than ever before.
Yep. 4.5k health. And OD behind to protect you. BKB, Ogre Seal Totem, and Uproar. How on earth is this hero going to die?
He won't.
He even has Pipe protecting him from Zeus, from the Mirana. So, it's going to be the Tormentor for OD, so
is under attack.
offering teammates movement
Yeah, really
during the
cool.
defensive Astrals, and you steal more mana when you use it offensively.
Tidal Wave was used, did not get the connection on Ami they were looking for. Now trying to beat on the arrow actually
will
hit.
land.
And they ping it out, but yeah, Ame just focusing on the buildings for now. There's the tidal wave. Ame put in a precarious spot. He still has that Aegis, of course, and another usage there of the Astral Imprisonment.
Rubik will steal it, though. That is a very good steal.
Does he have Shard,
He does not have
No.
Shard, but it's still just a very good combo breaker against the Alchemist initiations.
Okay. Ame trying to go back into things again. Already at half HP, so the damage was found for Spirit. Its XXS is actually going in pretty deep, but they're going to ignore him. Probably a good choice. There's the Astral. Not the greatest communication, though, for Spirit. Miposhka now getting pursued. The standing clears, but the grab ally saves him from all the damage. But Ame gets the tower uncontested, essentially. And XXS faking out the onslaught, forcing out the tidal wave, does absolutely nothing again. Just pretty water particle effects across your screen. They haven't really done that much as Ame will go in deep. There's the Astral again. Shiva's already popped. He's surrounded now. There's the tidal wave trying to bring him back, but the telekinesis again. A little bit of miscommunication from Spirit overall as XXS goes in deep. This time pops to BKB, forcing out Yatoro's ult, but there's the primal ult coming through, and Yatoro not healing up very much. Will go down to the right clicks of the XM and no way to get back in the game as Ame, it feels like they've put in how much damage on him, and he is perfectly healthy. And now the buildings will start to fall more aggressively. The Astrals will continue to be thrown out from Mira, though, to try and delay this as much as possible. Another tidal wave. As a concoction will self-stun this time. Their building damage is not the greatest. I mean, this build from Alk, it's not like he has an AC, attack speed. It's Manta, Radiance, Octarine. So very, very tanky and farms a lot. And XXS continue to give some space, and now they focus on the mid-racks. Troll Warlord 30 seconds away for Yatoro. Man, the OD Shard's actually kind of crazy.
Yep.
Very, very crazy spell. Arrow. Gonna be dodged. XM going in. Trying to find some sort of a connection, but Ame is the one that they want. Not gonna find him. As Yatoro's up in 7 seconds, but I mean, how much can he even do? He just needs so much more farm. That's going to be the melee racks. Ame wants the full set, of course. Chemical Rage up again. Going to get telekinesed. A little bit closer to the arms of Yatoro, but there's the Astral. That's from his teammate. The Mario coin goes off. Very important. Tidal wave onto Ame. Concoction is there as well. Already Yatoro's dead.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Damage from XXS.
That is absurd. Miposhka trying to run away from the Alk. It's not going to happen. And Mira and company trying to defend their last stand here. There's a buyback onto him, actually. Tidal wave. They're trying to get them in the fountain. That's the one hope for Spirit. Please come to our fountain. I beg of you. Ame trying to oblige, but will back away. And now XM with the Sanity's Eclipse, and that should do it. GG's called. Xtreme Gaming take a dump on Spirit.
Yeah.